I had this book. Shh. It's Candy Crush. Can you believe? Oh my god, I've been watching too much Queer Eye. Can you believe? Hello there, it's Samantha. So today I'm coming to you with a video which is very popular. I've seen a load of people doing this, so like, sorry to just put the same thing in your subscription feed, but I'm doing it. I have not sat down and filmed on my bed in the longest time, but today I'm sitting on my bed. Anyway, I'm also wearing a Panic at the Disco t-shirt because Panic's new album comes out on Friday. Woo! Or at least when I'm filming this. It's probably going to be already out by the time you see this. So yes, today I'm talking about my 5-star predictions. So these are books that I have on my TBR that I really think I'm going to absolutely love and rate 5 stars. And then we can look back on this video and then I can be like, oh, I was wrong, or hopefully I'm right for all of them. But we shall see. Anyway, I have 5 books here that I think I'm going to end out rating 5 stars. So let's just talk about them and we'll see. So the first book that I think I'm going to end out rating 5 stars is one that I'm actually already currently reading, so you might think that's cheating, but I'm literally 30 pages in. But that is Save the Date by Morgan Matson. Now, I have a bit of an interesting relationship with Morgan Matson's books. I'm not the biggest fan, and yet I always buy them, and yeah, I don't know why. But essentially, the first book I read by her was Amy and Roger's Epic Detour, and I had heard amazing things about that book, so I was so excited to read it. And Jack gave it like 2 or 2.5 out of 5 stars because it was just so dull. For me personally, I just didn't like it at all. I've also read The Unexpected Everything and Since You've Been Gone, and I really enjoyed those two. I gave them like 4 out of 5 stars, but like still it wasn't a love. But so far, I'm loving this. And also I think that this book is just gonna speak to me because this book is about this girl called Charlie and her older sister is getting married, and she's the youngest of 5 and I'm the youngest of 4. So she has this really big, close-knit family, and I obviously have that. So I'm very excited to read that dynamic, especially since in the other books, I think they only had like 1 sibling, or they like weren't close with their siblings. So I think I'll be able to connect a lot more with this. I do think the author's writing style like grows over time. So I think I'm gonna enjoy this a lot more than the other books I've read by her. I think I'm gonna give this a 5. Maybe. We'll see. And by the time this video goes up, I actually probably will have already finished it. The next book on my list, which I think I'm probably end up giving 5, I hope, is The Dark Days Club by Alison Goodman. Now, I don't know why I haven't read this book yet because I own the second one as well. This book just sounds like perfect. I've heard it being compared to The Mortal Instruments before because I'm pretty sure there's like demon fighting in this. I love The Mortal Instruments, so and I really like the demon fighting in The Mortal Instruments, so I'm sure that I'll enjoy it in this too, I hope. It's also a historical fiction book set in 1812, which is just awesome. I have this big obsession with history. I love it. But I'm terrible at the subject and I cannot remember anything. So I've never been able to pursue my passion of history. So I pursue it in historical fiction books. But I never read historical fiction. It's like a big conundrum. I'm like, why don't you ever read any more historical fiction? I don't know why. I feel like I haven't read a historical fiction in a long time, so I really need to get on it and read some more. This book just sounds so awesome because it's like a fantasy historical fiction book which follows this girl who's supposed to be like a proper like lady, but I think she's gonna turn into a badass, judging by her on the cover. Oh, it says Duchess or Demon Slayer. Does Lady Helen have a choice? I'm really excited to read it. I've heard mixed things, but yeah, this book was really popular a couple of years ago. I think this one came out in 2016, so it's been a while since I've heard anyone talking about it, but I think I'm gonna love it. I'm hopefully gonna get to it sometime this summer, but we'll see. The next book on my list is one that has also had mixed reviews, but I've owned it for the longest time. I literally pre-ordered this book. It came out in like October or November 2016. I was so excited for it. I've heard some mixed reviews, but I'm still like so excited for this book. Sorry, how many times am I gonna say excited in this video? I'm gonna make an excited count, but those two don't count because yeah, but I'm gonna put a count in the corner. Anyway, but that book that I'm talking about is 3 Dark Crowns by Kendara Blake. It's a fantasy book about 3 sisters. Only one of them can become queen and the other 2 have to die. They're all supposed to have these magical abilities, but then 2 of them don't have the magical abilities, and I'm just so intrigued by this book. Like, I know that there have been mixed reviews about it, but I've heard such great things as well. Like, some people just said it's a bit slow, but you know, sometimes fantasy books just are a bit slow in the beginning, but I'm super excited. I did it again. Oh well, we're just gonna deal with it. I'm super excited to read this book. I think it's gonna be not fun, but I think it's gonna be an enjoyable ride. Who doesn't love a good story where they're triplets and 2 of them have to die? Nobody likes that. That's not a good thing. But I think it's gonna be good. Also, the 3rd and final book I think is coming out this year. I know that the 2nd book came out last year, so it's probably about time I get to this one, seeing as I had it pre-ordered and I haven't even touched it, and this trilogy is about to come to a close. Unless it's a 4-book series, I can't remember. The next book on my my list is I actually do own a physical copy, but I'm far too lazy to get it out from underneath all of the books because it's at the bottom of a stack. But that is Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. A lot of these books are fantasy, so sorry, but I really think I'm going to enjoy this book because it has a strong female friendship in it, and it, you know, it's just full of strong females, and that's always great. And it's a fantasy book about witches, obviously, and there are like different types of witches, and they have different powers, and I think that's going to be really interesting. I feel like I haven't read a witch book in so long. Have I even read fantasy this year? I feel like I've barely read any fantasy this year. This is so weird. Normally I like exclusively read fantasy. I feel like I've barely read any. I've just had this revelation. I've been reading a lot of sci-fi instead. This is weird. Anyway, I'm very excited to read. I just did it again. Oh well. I'm very excited to read this book. I've heard really great reviews of this series, and this is another one that I had pre-ordered. It's on my top 5 books I want to read this summer list, which I also have a video of that, so if you want to check it out, it will be in the card. I feel like this is the wrong hand, but I forget every time. Anyway, but yeah, I'm really excited to, now that I've noticed how much I say excited, I can't deal with it. I'm really excited to read this book. I think I'm gonna love it. The slight problem with this video is now I feel like I'm overhyping these books in my mind, but I'm gonna probably forget that I even made this video. I always do that, so yeah. Anyway, the final book on my list is one that I am hopefully buddy reading with Amber from Reading Infinitely. By the time this video goes up, we might already have started buddy reading it. I don't know, but that is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. It's been so long since I've read a Cassandra Clare book. I love Cassandra Clare. I think that I'm probably gonna get this a 5 out of 5 stars because I've heard a lot of people say that The Dark Artifices is actually their favorite of all of Cassandra Clare's books, which is quite the statement because like The Mortal Instruments, fantastic. The Infernal Devices, also fantastic. So if this beats those, oh, I don't even know. I've pretty much rated all of Cassandra Clare's books like 5 stars, and the lowest was 4, and that's City of Fallen Angels because it's my least favorite, but whatever. So I think I'm probably gonna end up giving this 5 stars. But who knows? Maybe because it's been a year since I read Cassandra Clare, maybe I'm not gonna like it so much. I probably will still, but you know, who knows. Anyway, so these are the 5 books that I think I'm gonna end out rating 5 stars. We will see. I hope I do. I really want to enjoy the books I'm reading because otherwise I get into a reading slump. I want to read all good, great books. If you've read any of these books, please let me know your thoughts down below. I would love to know. Do you think it's gonna be a 5-star book? Let me know. Let me know what some of your 5-star predictions are. I would love to know. Maybe I've read it. Maybe I can let you know. But that's gonna do all. So I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe down below. You can click the button and then you'll get me in your subscription feed twice a week on Mondays and Fridays. And now that it's the summertime, I'm trying to upload on Wednesdays as well, because why not make a challenge for myself 3 times a week? Let's just say it. I have so much energy. Oh, it's because I had 2 big cups of tea. That's why. Anyway, but that's going to all. So I'll see you on Friday with another video. Bye!